Hey there, this is a solution to the Trailblazer challenge from the October 30th Cover6 CTF. Tyrone got most of the way there, but just couldn't quite make it before the buzzer popped. Ran out of time. So I thought I'd use Simon's hints and give it a shot myself. So the challenge is asking us to go to a website and try to access the file that's stored at the root level of the server, and that file is flag.txt. Thankfully, we got some help.
Try just going to the example that's in there, like google.com. And there's something interesting that happens if you look closely at the URL. Think about it from the web application's perspective. We're giving it a URL in that page parameter, and then it's doing some sort, the server has to be doing a request to what we're giving it, and then it's rendering it for us. So if the developer messed up and didn't code things properly, maybe we can get it to render files for us, or some other things as the page parameter, right? So the location of /flag.txt is referring to specifically the root directory of like Linux, like root.
Okay, let's get started. I'll be using the OWASP Samurai Web Training and Testing Framework. It's a virtual machine available as an OVA from the website below. It's supported on VirtualBox and VMware, and one of the guys that works on it, Kevin Johnson, teaches a really great class on the OWASP Top 10 Vulnerabilities at Antisyphon, and I'll put a link to that class in below. The Samurai environment contains a lot of applications and tools, and today we're going to be concerned with burp. So we're going to launch burp. Menu there, hit OK. We're going to get another pop-up here, and it'll ask us to upgrade, and we don't need the upgrade right now. So we hit next, and start burp. Once it's started, this screen will pop up, and first thing we'll do is hit this little X to the upper right and close our inspector. We don't need that, and it gives us more real estate to see what we're doing. So we'll go to the proxy tab next up top, and we're going to open the browser that comes built in to burp. That browser gives us a new window. We're going to go back over here to the tab menu and hit HTTP history. We have no history. We've gone nowhere yet. So we're going to go to this challenge, which lives at betterproblems.com 40110, and hit return. And that takes us to our challenge. Now we'll take Simon's advice and use the app. So we'll go to google.com and see what happens. I got something happening there. So we'll find our request there. Google, there it is. Highlight it. And there's our request. We can see it in the request window. So now we'll take Simon's advice and look closely at that URL. In the page parameter is where Google lives. So we'll see if we can substitute something else in there. We will send our request to repeater by right-clicking on the request. Then we'll go to the tab menu, hit repeater. And once again, in the upper right, I'm going to hit that X and lose the inspector window to give us more room to work here. And it's a good idea to establish a baseline to make sure you still have a live host, make sure everything is still connected. The way to do that is you hit send on your original request to make sure everything's still active and connected. Good. Okay, we got a 200 OK. Now we'll try to change that page parameter. We're going to substitute google.com with /flag.txt from the hint. And we'll hit send. And there's the flag. We did it. All right. You know, as long as we're here, we might as well see what else we can see on the server. Maybe even the password file. Let's try that. Send that, and whoa, passwords. But as you can see by the second field, there are X's, and that means they've been shadowed. So no luck with the plain text passwords. There's one other thing I'd like to mention as a little bonus. If your eyes get all tired from looking at a white screen all day, you can go to the dark mode with Burp Suite. And the way you do that is you go to user options on the tab bar, and then you go over to display to the left there. And under display, you'll find the user interface and switch from light to dark. And there you have it. I hope that'll save you from some headaches. Well, thank you very much, Tyrone with Cover6 and Simon from MetaCTF for this really fun CTF challenge. I'd also like to give a shout out to John Strand and all the good folks over at Antisyphon Training. They've got a lot of great courses. One of them is the OWASP Top 10 that I mentioned with Kevin Johnson. Also, BB King teaches one on modern web app pen testing. Both really fun. Good time, lots of labs and lots of hands-on. Many of the classes at Antisyphon are based on the pay-what-you-can model, so their whole philosophy is to get the information out there and make it affordable. That about wraps it up for this one. Thanks for watching.